The Kim Miller Show is proudly sponsored by All County Property Management Group, finding solutions for your property investment needs. Whether you're looking to maximize your rental property revenue, avoid costly mistakes, or manage tenant relationships, All County Group, based out of Fort Worth, Texas, is here to help. With over 30 years of experience managing single-family homes, condos, duplexes, townhomes, and small commercial strips, All County Property Management Group offers tenants and landlords the peace of mind that they deserve. Contact us today for a more personalized experience, where we can provide you both flexibility and peace of mind with your property needs.
Welcome to the Kim Miller Show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And our special guest today is Cynthia Vindiola.
Yes.
Welcome. And we're going to be talking about these LifeWave patches that you introduced me to that are pretty darn amazing. I kind of laid some of them out. We'll kind of go over some of those. But first of all, tell me, how did you hear about LifeWave patches?
So my friend, Julie, was online. She was listening to Charles Stanley and she was looking for something, and she heard a message that said, "This is it." And so God kind of dropped that note in her lap. And she knew at the same time that I was desperately praying for mercy from the Lord for my husband. And so when she went and Googled somebody, she saw This Is It team, and they were selling these LifeWave patches. And so she said, "Cynthia, you have to check this out." And so I did, and she sent me a link with a bunch of stories of people and what they were doing. And I thought, wow, this has to be from God. So I decided I was going to try it and look into it.
One of the first things I would love for you to talk about, when we started out with a basic one, which was the X39. So tell everybody a little bit about that, like what it does with the stem cells and all that.
Okay. So the X39, it's basically just like a little sticker, and you can wear it anywhere on your body where there is a problem. So first of all, I have to say that we don't diagnose or treat or prevent or cure, and always consult your medical doctor. But the way this little sticker patch works is you just stick it on your body. I'm wearing mine right here today. And immediately your body starts resetting genes. And then within a certain amount of weeks, 3 to 6 weeks, your antioxidants are being released, such as glutathione and copper peptides, that allow your body to activate its stem cells. So this patch is not doing the healing. It is releasing what God designed our bodies to do to heal itself.
So from what I understood, part of it too is that by the time we're 60, all of our stem cells basically go dormant.
Yes, about 90%.
About
yes.
90% of them. And so so for example, if you're 40, you wear them for about 4 months before it kind of gets you completely to a certain process. If you're 50, it takes about 5 months. And if you're 60 and above, it takes you 6 months or more. It takes you a few more months. So and I'm not going to tell you how long I've been doing it, but because then I'll give my age away, and I'm really young, and but I'm at that point. I don't know if you realize that or not. It's like probably like this week I'm to that point and I can tell a huge difference between when I started. So we weren't going to say how many months ago, and until today, but there's been a process, and it's just been a progression, and then they have some other things that I've just kind of added to it, but we'll kind of get to that in a minute. But what made you sure this was the right solution for you?
Well, I had been praying, like I said. My husband had gotten the hiccups, and he never gets the hiccups, and he's been diagnosed with 3 lung conditions. And so the doctor has had us on a protocol of oxygen and wearing a ventilator at night and medicines, and he was still declining. And so summers are hard. We started in July last year.
Gosh, and it's hot down here in Texas.
Very hot, very humid, and very difficult to breathe, especially if you've got lung conditions. And so when he got the hiccups, I just said, "Lord, what else?" And so I had already been trying everything that the Lord would send. I had said, "If you send it to me, I will try it." And so there was homeopathic things that I was doing with him, and they worked a little bit, but nothing was making a significant difference. And so I put my hand on his back and I said, "Lord, please have mercy on him. I don't want to watch him suffer. And so the next morning is when my friend told me about these patches. And when you've been praying, you don't have to say, is this the right
You're
thing?
right.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And so just like she said, how it lined up for her and then it lined up for me, I just knew that this was going to be right. And she also had sent me a link to, like I said, the testimonials and had the science on there. Now I don't care about the science because I'm desperate.
Yeah.
And so I trusted her and I trusted the people at the top of our company that Danny and Diane McDaniel, they're the kind of at the top of the This Is It team. And I had worked with them in a company before and I trusted them explicitly. And so I knew that this was the right thing for us.
I did not know that. That's a little fun fact that I did not know. But how did you get started?
So these patches come in a 30-day supply. So you just put a sticker on, you wear it for 12 hours, and then you take it off and throw it away. So I bought I didn't want to pay full price. And so I bought what is called the Preferred Customer Plus. And with the Preferred Customer Plus, they give you loyalty rewards. And so immediately at that time, I had gotten an extra 10 pack of the X39. And so I started as preferred customer. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to let him have all the fun. I'm going to put these patches on myself as long as we've got these extras. Here we go. And so I decided to sign up as preferred customer. And then right away, I knew that I had my hands on something amazing and I was going to want to share it. And so I switched very quickly over to becoming a brand partner, which is being able to share it with my friends and my family and people who want a change.
Yeah, and that's kind of like me. Like if I get into something, I don't want to pay full price either. I'll just go ahead and do the brand manager, whatever it's called. And
brand
so,
partner.
What was it called?
Brand partner.
Brand partner. I knew it was brand something. So yeah, we're good. But so what happened when you started wearing it? I kind of know because probably go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I noticed right away because I was looking for something and my husband was very skeptical. And normally I am very slow to try anything. And so because I knew that this was an answer to prayer, I was already looking for this is going to work. And even my husband said, you just want this to work. And I'm like, yes, if I'm spending money on something, I absolutely want it to work. And so I put it on and I noticed right away that I suddenly felt motivated. I wanted to cook. I wanted to clean. I wanted to go on a walk. And I'm like, where did this come from? Because this is not me. And so I had a natural energy already. And then I also, that night, I'm in menopause, menopause. So I had been having terrible night sweats, lots of them. I mean, I wasn't sleeping through the night. I was getting up, having to use the restroom all the time. And so I wore that patch. And after even 2 days, I was sleeping through the night, sound like a log. And I thought, wow, this is incredible. I'm not going to quit this. And my husband was doing the same. And he had much more energy. He wasn't, I kind of call it like almost like a recovery coma or a heat coma, because he would go outside and then he would have to sit on the couch all day to just recover from being outside. And he was spunky, able to be outside more often. And so it was a game changer for us.
Yeah, and one of the things that that you have to know about the patches, you wear it for like 12 hours, and then you need to take it off. Don't leave it on for 24 hours because those 12 hours that you have it off, that's when your body does the work that was on there. Because these are like, correct me if I'm wrong, phototherapy patches, and it has some scientific research behind it, that there's all kinds of YouTube videos that some of the founders and things that they do a really good job of explaining it much better than I could ever do. And so those might be some that you want to look up if you want to like look up at the science part of it. We're just going to tell you the fun part of it. And how long have you been wearing it, and have you continued to see changes?
So we started last July, and it was the beginning of the month. And so usually you had said a month for every decade you should wear it. And so 97% of the people will see results in the first 90 days. The other people that haven't seen the results, it's because it's working internally, like on a pancreas or on a liver, and you don't feel that. But I saw results right away. And then it wasn't even till month number 6 or 7 that I started noticing my elbow. I have a metal plate in here and it caused nerve damage. And I would rub my elbow like this and not feel it. And now I was laying in bed and I felt something and I thought, well, what is that? It's something, my elbow, I can touch it and I can feel it. And there's a scar and it's minuscule now. And so
Wow.
I was not looking for that, obviously. And I've noticed my hair is coming back. It's, with menopause, it starts thinning and it's starting to fill in again and get brighter. So I just feel more youthful.
I remember I woke up one Saturday and I just started doing whatever I needed to get done. I was like, man, I am so tired. And then I was like, I forgot to put my patch on. So I was like, and it's the silliest, you think a patch is like whatever, but I don't know. They did a great job and I kind of swear by it.
Yes.
And I haven't really said much about it until now because I kind of got through my whole process. But then later on in the show, I'm going to kind of show you some of the things that I've been trying and some of the things I've got that I want to try. And I think I've got just about everything they offer up here on the desk. And we can kind of talk about those and look at those in a little bit. But what attracted you to do this like as a business?
So because my husband was declining, I was encouraged I prayed about it, to resign from teaching. And I knew I needed something to replace that income. And so, and the reason is because we support missionaries, we support ministries, and we want to be generous to those who ask us for help. And I didn't want to have to say no. And maybe that's a thing of pride, but I just didn't want to have to pull that money back because my income decreased. And so I was looking for something that would help me take that worry off of pinching pennies and being careful. And so LifeWave, the company, when I started watching some of the videos, is very, very generous, and they are very, very faith-based. The founder is a Christian. He looked into the Bible and found a Hebrew code for the frequency of this patch for the light therapy. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
You need to go watch that video. I watched that like twice because I was like, I'm like in awe of how biblical it was and how deep he got into it.
Yes.
I was like, that was so fascinating. If you love to learn and are kind of, like that, I just love to learn all that kind of fun
learn
stuff.
Every time.
And anything that has to do with the Bible, I'm all about. So, but to be able to combine this into a business, God wants us, provides for us to help others too.
Yes.
And so that's a really cool video. You have to go watch that.
And this company, it has exploded in growth. And so that's the other thing is why this company, because I could have done that with other companies, but this one, I saw it help me and my friends, and I saw how it's growing. And so I knew this was the right place to be at the right time on the right team.
And this next one, oh gosh, this next question, I know you have a lot of stories. I'm going to tell you a funny one after I ask it, but it says, what results have people you've shared this with had with the patch? That is a loaded question and a lot of things. Let me tell you the one thing. I've had this really bum shoulder for a little bit, and I was at church one day and I was up doing the media and I was like, it was killing me. So she's like, oh, I have a couple of these LifeWave patches in my purse. Let me try them out on you. I'm like, okay. Then the LifeWave is like a series of 2 patches. So you have this brown one and you have this white one. And so she's like, where does it hurt the most? So we stuck it there. It's actually on this other shoulder. I'm like, okay, so we went ahead and stuck it there. And this is the crazy part. So she's like, okay, now I'm going to put this patch, and it was above my clothes like this. She's like, now tell me if it doesn't hurt. You hold it there for 10 seconds and tell me when the pain goes away. And that's where we're going to put the other patch. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious, it works. I'm like, I've been in so much pain for so long. And I was just, it's crazy. And I don't know how to explain it, but the videos do. So, and I may try to find a couple of the really good videos and maybe put in the comments when we release this show, but LifeWave was whatever. And so go ahead and tell us about, what the results have been with some of the people that you've shared the patch with, some of their stories.
All right. So my sister Carrie was the first one I shared it with, and she had some hip pain, and it was not allowing her to walk anymore, and she's a runner. And so she couldn't even go down the street to get her mail, and she felt very limited, and she was facing surgery. She had gotten an MRI, and she said, I just don't want to have surgery. I don't want to have to do this. And so through prayer and a lot of things, massage therapy, chiropractor, and physical therapy, she was feeling a little bit better, but she was still in pain and couldn't cross her legs. And so I told her about these. She put them on, and she said, Cynthia, I moved furniture and I'm not even sore. And she has this huge, like bookcase in her house, very, very heavy. And she moved it by herself, which is what we do.
Yeah.
And so she didn't even have any discomfort at all, which was super amazing. And I was so excited. And I'll just tell you a couple of them. And then my friend Lori,
Wait, what patch did she use?
She used LifeWave and X30.
It's both of them. Okay.
Yes.
So you can use multiple patches,
Yes.
but not all at the same time. But those you can mix and match.
Yes. And even the next day, she just went back to X39 because X39 is the one that does the healing of the stem cells or activating stem cells and not healing.
Yeah.
And then LifeWave takes the pain, the discomfort.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And then I have a friend, Lori, who has had a condition since she was 19 years old. And it's one of those, it's colitis, where it's very, very embarrassing and not a fun one to live with. And so when she tried it, she wasn't sure that it was going to do anything for that. She was putting it on because her husband had stem cell therapy injected into his knees, and it ended up not working for him. And so I told her about this. It's phototherapy. It's like carrying sunshine around in your pocket. You get to wear it and then take it off, and it's very, very convenient. And so she hasn't had an episode with that condition since she's started on
the X39.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes, which is incredible.
Wow. And do you have any others?
I do.
Okay, keep going.
I do. My younger sister, her husband has had a condition with his legs where they just swell immensely and they start seeping. And so that condition is clearing up. It's just amazing what this patch has done. And it's one of the most underwhelming because we can't market it that way. It's obviously not a healing patch, but when you put it on and your body says, wow, now I have what I need to heal myself, the body decides what priority is, and it does amazing things.
What can people expect? When using this patch, like I initially, when I first started using it, I didn't really notice a whole lot other than there was that was the one that we had, the first, was it track like weekly, 90 days or something of how you felt. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really think about it, but when you start filling those out, it's like, and it's just like, it takes like 2 seconds, like once a week, and then like once a month up to like 3 months. And you're like, oh, wow, there has been improvement, because you don't think about it because it's, some people, it affects everybody differently. Mm-hmm. And mine was just a gradual, and that's perfectly fine. So, but it's just,
there's a lot of changes that happen subtly. And there are people who are one patch wonders. I mean, we've heard people who have put it on and their A1C has dropped right away. Another one of my friends, I just remembered, his PSA level has gone down. And so these are things that you're looking at, a diagnosis that could change your life and send you in one direction. And you wear this little sticker and you put it anywhere on the body because it works like a system, and it's reflecting light back into your own light back into your body, and it's making changes. So when people put it on, some people notice things right away, but not everybody will. And you put it on for 12 hours. In the part that I've heard that's the hardest is to remember to take it off.
Yeah.
And so just set an alarm or, whatever you need to do. If you do wear it for 24 hours, just don't wear it for the next 24, and stay hydrated, because your body needs, the cells need to move out those toxins, and you really do need good diet and supplements for them to work efficiently.
And there was also a video that I watched, how to hydrate properly.
Yes.
You sent me some really good videos. So that would be another one. I just started trying the enhancer, the X49. I've only done it a couple times. It seems to be a little stronger, so I'm probably going to do it every now and then. Like some of these, you can mix them all with X39. Some of these you don't want to mix with each other, so you just have to kind of be a little, careful. But this one I got as the group. It's the glutathione, the carnosine, and the aeon. Is that how you pronounce that? And
that's the YH system.
Yeah. And so I've kind of got my own little groove. You just kind of have to kind of work with your body and see what your body needs, because everybody's body needs something different. So I've like Mondays. So I usually do these once a week, carnosine and
Glutathione.
Yeah, well, I just do that one once a week, and it tells you like what it is and where to patch it on that one. And then I do the glutathione, especially if I've done something maybe I shouldn't do or whatever, and there's a little bit of pain. I put it directly on that. Otherwise, it shows you some other spots you can put it. And then the aeon, I kind of do the glutathione maybe like twice a week, unless I have some pain. Well, I don't really have much pain anymore, and that's just great. And the aeon, I just kind of do that a little bit. The other one is that SP6, the complete. This is skin. You wear this at night.
That one actually is it helps with hormone balancing.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
So tell us more about all that.
Since I started wearing that one, I have not had a hot flash. So
really?
It is so nice. Yes.
I've been doing this maybe 2 or 3 times a week at night.
Awesome.
So that one. And then the silent night is for sleeping. Do you want to talk?
Go ahead. I haven't tried that one.
I've tried it a couple times, and I did not bring my little pamphlet that goes with it, but it's if you need some extra help sleeping, that's been helpful.
Yeah, that one helps your body naturally regulate its own melatonin, so you're not having to use external supplements for that, which is great.
And I love like not taking any kind of medicine. Yeah. So and there's 2 that I've gotten that I haven't tried yet. The energy enhancer. Do you know much about that one?
Yes, that helps the cells energize at the mitochondrial level. So it's not going to give you energy per se, but it creates more energy in the cell to accelerate that stem cell activation.
So
it's a really good one. That one is a lot like.
How often would you do that one?
We do it every night.
Every night?
Yes. And that one's a 2-patch system, a brown and white one as well.
I obviously have not opened that. So that's a 2-patch system as well. So how do you do that one? It's kind of like the same thing with the LifeWave.
It has spots in the directions to put them, but
I haven't obviously read this one. Looky there. There's the directions right there. I always have those for the directions. And then this is the Alavita.
Yes, that one's the skincare one.
And I haven't tried this one yet. So, but those are kind of all the ones that I've used and tried, and all of them have been great because I love holistic solutions to anything with the body, and I love being proactive to one of the things that I've been working on is just trying to do some natural things to be proactive in my health, and I feel like this is one of them. It kind of does a lot of different things,
and it's so easy because this patch is non-transdermal. There's nothing going into your skin, so you don't have to worry about, is it going to interact with other things that I'm doing, medications or other therapies that you're trying. It's not medicine, so you don't have to have a prescription to buy it. You have a friend that can bring it to you into the business or into the business like I brought you in.
Yeah.
And it's so simple. I didn't even start any of those other patches for at least 6 months. So I had all those results with X39, even up to my elbow. And I started your YH ones when they had a Black Friday sale, and that was when I decided to start those. And those are more accelerator patches. So if you're dealing with a specific issue that you're really having a hard time getting over that hump, then that's what you would want to use. And the X49 is good for performance and recovery when you're doing exercise, building muscle.
So one of the things I've noticed, because I guess most people get their stress in their hips, right? Mm-hmm. But then it made my knee hurt. And so I was just like, okay, I need to get this hip flexor undone to undo the knee. So sometimes I'll either put a glutathione or an LifeWave on my hip or the I-band. IT band. So, yeah. So you can, I know. It's just like I am addicted to patches now.
And that's stickers all over.
And you never stop playing with stickers, right? Every sticker. Now these are the adult stickers. So, you like stickers as a kid, you're going to love these more.
Yes.
So how can people get in touch with you for more information?
So I am on Facebook. I am Cynthia Vindiola, and you can follow me through Facebook. You can also email me at patchingwithcynthia@gmail.com. And I will be happy to answer any questions. The way this business works is it's a referral business, and people have told me I can just go on Amazon and get some of those patches. That's actually illegal. They're not
Yeah.
supposed to be sold that way. So those people who are selling them are going to be shut down.
Yeah.
Plus, you never know how many people have handled them because it has to come to them from FedEx, and then they have to reship them. And these patches, they're activated by the body heat. And so anytime somebody's touching them, you're activating all of the patches inside the envelope. And so when you order through me, it comes directly from corporate, from the company.
And that's what you want to do. So is there something you tried that turned out totally different than you expected?
Oh, yes. So this is a switch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Switch question. So one time I went with my sisters. It was during COVID 2021. And we were just so tired of being cooped up. And we wanted to do a sister trip with something we had never done before. And so I thought, I'm going to be great at this. And it was kayaking. And so I thought, well, I'm coordinated. I can do things. And my whole day, I started out totally behind. I thought I knew what I was doing. And I was having one of those premenopausal days where your brain just doesn't want to work. It's like it switched inside out or something like that. And so I saw the oars and it said left and right. And I thought there was a left oar and a right oar. So the whole thing just started out with me feeling so incompetent. And so I really thought I had it down. And by the end of it, when I was watching the guide just take off without me, I felt so humiliated, and I learned so much about what it would feel like to have special needs. And so I took that back to my classroom with my students, and I had so much more empathy for how it feels to always be behind the curve.
A good one.
Thanks.
So what is the most valuable lesson you've learned?
Valuable lesson. So I was an educator for 23 years. So there's a lot of lessons that you learn when you're with middle schoolers. But I think the most valuable, at least quote that stuck out from a friend that shared it with me is water what you want to grow. And so that was, to me, it really goes into any area. But to me, it was, of course, with my students. If you want them to do something, praise them for it. Don't nag them for what they're not doing. And so it helped me concentrate on looking in the positive direction, and then also focusing on what you want to happen. And so if I want my business to grow, I need to focus on what growth looks like, not where I would be incompetent or feel stuck. So it's a very valuable lesson. Thanks.
So if you could have dinner with 3 people who've passed on, who would they be and why?
Well, okay. So I think I would say, if it was a president, because I taught history, I would say Abraham Lincoln, just because he was very well hated, very well liked, but also very well hated. When he wrote that Emancipation Proclamation, he went upstream, and it took him a lot to get it passed. And so I would love to chat with him about resilience and being steadfast. My grandfather, who I really didn't get to know, and when I knew him, I was a teenager, and you know how teenagers are. And so I just felt like he didn't really like me that much. And it really wasn't until his funeral that I learned how valuable and how much appreciated he was. And so I would probably go back and talk to him, and just, he was really good at community and see how to build a community. He was a missionary. And so I know he has a whole lot of stories to tell.
Oh, I bet.
And then my third person, I don't know. I guess I could say my other grandparents, because I didn't know them very well either. So
that's
just
fun.
to get to know them, or my greats, because I would love to know my history.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
How they shaped me.
Yeah, that would be really interesting. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Just give them a try.
Yeah,
it's not going to hurt you.
I know it's not,
and you won't regret it.
Yeah.
So
Well, thanks for coming on to the Camilla Show.
You're welcome.
So until next time, keep the faith, keep the funny, and keep being you.